Okay, so this supposedly should work. My cap is all messed up. Hold on, let me fix that. So I'm supposedly live right now. Well, maybe not for you watching this video, but hello, guys. Oh my God, Deplicato back in the house, and today, as you saw in the title, I am going to be saying some hot takes, some Marvel hot takes, and they might get bad. You will know that I'm actually a pretty big defender when it comes to Marvel. Oh, just pop culture in general, actually. All right. So, hot takes. If you want, you could tell your hot takes too in the chat. But, yeah, it's going to be kind of a test, though. Make sure, it's because I'm not on my computer right now, trying to see what else I could do with this. But, yeah. Hot takes, well, I could say one right now. One of the most overrated Marvel movies, overrated Spider-Man movies to exist, Spider-Man 2 from 2004, Tobey Maguire. It is unbelievably overrated. It's insane how people put it over No Way Home and the Spider-Verse movies. That's insane to me. That's way too high. Alright. It's the best in the trilogy, I think. But no, no way. Not against No Way Home, not against the Spider-Verse movies. Nada. Nope. I kind of have a whole time with people who actually say that. That's like crazy to me. But this might actually be crazy to a lot of people as I'm saying it right now. Hmm. Looking at stuff. The movie's great. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. It's amazing. It's a great movie, but people give it way too much praise. And people like hate No Way Home now, like the internet does. I don't know why. It's like a trend to hate on Marvel now. I feel like people hate on Marvel just to hate on Marvel. Ugh. All right. What else? Okay. Well, should I say another one? It's only been 2 minutes. Fine, I'll say another one. And so this one might actually get me. People might actually be very mad with this one. Uh, Thor Ragnarok. It's it's great. It's a great movie. Just like a just like a similar movie to it's a Love and Thunder. Yeah. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, like pretty much the same thing, kind of. Yeah, sure. People say that there's more comedy in Thor: Love and Thunder, but it's the same kind of level of comedy, really. If you like the comedy of Ragnarok, you should like the comedy in Love and Thunder. But I guess people think that's weird. Do people think that? Does this microphone actually work, or is it just useless? I don't know. But yeah, I think that Phase 4 of Marvel is way overhated. But that might just be me. That might just be me. I like a lot of Phase 4 stuff and Phase 5 stuff. But then again, it kind of just started, kind of. But should I say Disney Plus shows that I like in from Phase 4? Because you guys are being way too hard on it. I wish season 2 could become a thing. But I actually really like She-Hulk. I said it. Oh, I said it. All right. If you guys have any hot takes of your own, maybe you could just put it on yourself. All right. But I actually really like She-Hulk. I think it's great. I think the characters are great. The cameos are great. The breaking the fourth wall, it's not bad. All right. Might be better than when I do it sometimes in my videos. Okay, man. Can't really. do anything in real life. I can just stay here. At least I don't think I can do anything. Not to my knowledge, no. But yeah, I like Phase 4. Alright. I like She-Hulk, Thor Love and Thunder, overhated. She-Hulk, overhated. Spider-Man 2, overweighted. But a movie that's underweighted, people do not give it enough praise. Spider-Man Homecoming. I feel like I'm spitballing a lot of stuff. But Spider-Man Homecoming, all right? I feel like people don't talk about it enough, all right? It's a pretty good movie. It's like I know that there's not a lot of Spider-Man action and the fight scenes aren't the best. But then again, I feel like it's kind of realistic because Peter's been doing the Spider-Man job for like almost a year or probably a year now that he's been Spider-Man. But he still doesn't really get the hang of it. And I feel like that's how a Spider-Man would be in real life. I don't know if like 2 days after getting bit by a spider, you can fight Green Goblin like a pro. I don't think that's how it really should be. So I think that's great. And the boat scene, the boat scene, that's also great. And at the end, when he's like I'm Spider-Man, like pushing all the wobbles, like the moments in the comics, that's is great. One of the best scenes in the movie. And the reveal of Liz's dad being the vulture. That's great. I like Liz. She's okay. Uh she was yeah, she wasn't that much in the movie. Or maybe she was. I just it's been a while since I've seen Homecoming, but people don't give it enough praise. Just like Far From Home, I feel Far From Home is also pretty good, but people just don't talk about the Tom Holland movies really, except No Way Home. But like you said, people seem to not like that movie now. People saying that it's just like just they're putting Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's fan service. Oh god. Well, guess what? All right, you haters. It's still pretty much Tom's Peter story. All right, and people who say that he like deserves what happened to him. uh, I'm not too sure. Like, yes, he messed with Doctor Strange's spell, but but he did it. He could have sent all those villains to die, but he didn't because, like MJ said, that's not who he is. All right, everyone deserves a second chance, even though they killed your aunt. Everyone deserves another chance, right? But yeah, people who say that's bad, well, I don't think it's bad. Right. Well, what happens if I do this? If anything happens? Probably not. Mm-hmm. Leave this here. Do some stuff, make sure everything's okay for my phone. But yeah, and also another thing, Quantum Mania. Like, I feel that movie is also kind of hated on. I mean, the villain was great in that movie until he got into some trouble. But until then, he was great, right? He was great. But hold on, I'm just gonna still in this. Just gonna make sure some stuff. But yeah, I feel like that movie's kind of hated on. Most movies nowadays are kind of hated on. Not too sure why. I thought it was a solid movie when I first saw it. And Modak, to be honest, I wish they didn't kill him. I wish he was Mo. I kind of liked him. I kind of liked the Modak that was here. Okay, yeah, I'm just checking something. I think it's good. But yeah, I kind of liked it. I feel like they shouldn't have killed him off. They could have done some cool stuff with Modak. And I feel like he was he was powerful. I'd say when he was fighting Cassie, I feel like he was powerful, right? But and the mask, that was probably just I'm okay with the mask really. It's kind of a little bit like a comic accurate look with the crazy teeth and the squinty eyes like in the comics because not and people like saying the CGI is bad blah 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 but you gotta say this is a guy with like a floating giant head and tiny limbs, so it might be a little hard to make that possible. Anyway, so yeah, What else could I talk about? I feel like I'm just spitballing like crazy with these Marvel hot takes. Hmm. What else could I talk about? I can't really think of anything else. Hmm. Oh, what if season two? What if season two? I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I think it's pretty much better. It well, not it's not like a big difference, but I think it's better than the first season. I get people don't like the finale. I get why people. Well, maybe I don't know if everyone doesn't like it, but I get why some people don't like the finale, with being all around Captain Cold and everything. But I thought it was cool. Like they brought everyone, but there's one grudge I have with What If. I feel like the MCU was just very unlucky with it came to Thanos because every episode that we see him in What If, he just dies like almost immediately when we see him. Like it's insane. Like the Ultron, I was about to say Ultron literally just split him in half in like after 2 seconds of meeting each other for the first time. Like, oh god, why did not Vision do that in the Infinity War? Actually, he was kind of banged up like crazy during the entire movie. I feel like they didn't give Vision enough stuff to do in that movie. Like we saw him with Fonda, and then he just got like stabbed with one of his Thanos' children, and then he was just weak the entire movie. He tried to fight, but he was just weak. I feel like they could have given him a little bit more power, like he had in Age of Ultron and Civil War. Also, Age of Ultron people have been talking about that movie recently. Like all of a sudden, people like saying that Ultron was a great guy. I think people didn't like that movie at first, but oh, at that point, hey, what's up? Okay, but I feel like what was I talking about? I forgot actually. What was the time, man? Oh yeah, Ultron, Age of Ultron. I love you, Peters. Yeah, thank you. They take a while to do. Well, it's the stop motions that you watch. It takes a very long time. 25 today. Oh, it's your birthday today. Hey, happy birthday! Happy birthday, LLL. Don't think that's your real name, but happy birthday. But yeah. What else? What other hot takes? The best thing about my birthday is my husband took me to brunch. Hey, great, good, great job for him. Good thing that you guys went a bunch. Never did really did a bunch. Not really a bunch guy. It's basically just breakfast and lunch. I don't really do bunches. They might be too fancy for me. I don't know. But anyways, more hot takes of Marvel. What else could I say? Uh, the Tasm movies. They're not the best of all the Spider-Man movies, like compared to Tom Holland's and Tobey Maguire's, but they're not like terrible. TASM 2 is definitely the weakest of all the live action Spider-Man movies, but there's some scenes that's still like enjoyable for it, and that's like the most important part, right? That there's some scenes that can be enjoyable. Maybe not the whole movie with Electro wasn't that much of a use. The Harry plot point was kind of rushed, I guess. There was two, and the parents and all that, but yes. So what else could I talk about? Hot takes, hot takes, hot takes, hot takes. People might not think about it too. Hmm. I like Toy Spider-Man be better the new ones. I'll still enjoyable the old ones. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I mean Tobey Maguire, he's like definitely a classic for a lot of people. It's like the Spider-Man a lot of people grew up with. Me, when I was growing up, the Andrew Garfield movies were coming, but I never really watched them a lot until like much later. So I kind of grew up with Tobey Maguire too, but I think that well, yeah, Andrew is also amazing. Yeah, I mean he's the amazing Spider-Man, but the best out of the three. This might be a hot take, but I think Tom Holland. Spider-Man is the best of the three. I think he's like the most comic accurate with like everything. Like he actually has like spider gadgets in Homecoming. I wish, I wish he used them for other two movies, The Fall From Home and No Way Home. I really wish that he used them more. I mean, the spider gadgets, they were just great with the web grenade and all that. That was very, very great. But it's just one movie. Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. Kind of running out of hot takes. Been talking for 15 minutes. Hmm. What else could I talk about? I'm using my thinking cap, but I'm not. It's not really helping me to think. Maybe it'll be better if I don't have it. Hot takes, hot takes, hot takes, hot takes. Kind of having a struggle. Maybe you guys can come up with some hot takes while I wait, and maybe your hot takes can make me think of a hot take of mine. But I've talked about a lot of stuff. Age of Ultron. Well, oh yeah. I know some people prefer Infinity War. Then Marvel is better than DC. Yep, I think so too. Especially with the DCEU like ending, that universe was just a mess. I'm really hoping that James Gunn's DCU gets gets way better, but it might be easy to get better than whatever the DCEU was. I feel like in the beginning ages of that, it's like trying to compete with Marvel because when Marvel was doing Civil War, all of a sudden the DCU does Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. I feel like it was way too rushed. I mean, that was also the first appearance we saw as Batman in that universe. I feel like we should have seen him more, like in its own movie. Ben Affleck never got his own Batman movie. That hurts me. Thinking cap back on. But yeah, Marvel. I think Marvel's better than DC too. I actually hope that the DCU does well though. But yeah, other Marvel hot takes that I have. Uh, the worst Marvel movie for me. It's probably like an obvious one. It's not a hot take. A lot of people have this. It's probably Total Dark World. Then it would probably be Eternals. Maybe I don't know. Eternals. See, the problem with Eternals, I feel like it was massively rushed because I'm gonna tell you right now, spoiler if you haven't seen Eternals, but like four members of them die in that movie, and I feel like it does an impact to the audience because we barely know them since it's a movie. I feel like if it was a Disney Plus show and like every just the hat, I can't put the hat straight, but if it was a Disney Plus show and every episode was like focused on one member of the Eternals, it could have been like more impactful, and then maybe you can do a movie with the events that happens in it. But yeah, the show could have been like about flashbacks, like we see in the movie. I haven't watched Eternals yet. Is it good? Well, when it first came out, it was like one of the worst Marvel movies. It probably still is. It's just I feel like it's really rushed, that movie. I mean, there are some good moments. The fight scenes, the visual effects, the fight scenes. I think personally they're good. But yeah, that might just be me. You could like go to Rotten Tomatoes, see what the audience has to say, because the critics, well, they're not always reliable, the critics. But yeah, what else could I talk about? Something else in Faithful. I feel like I have a lot of hot takes when it comes to Faithful. What other mobile console? I'm actually gonna go to Disney Plus to try and figure this out. I could say what I think one of the best Spider-Man show is. One of the best, not the best. I have not seen enough. Actually, the Spider-Man show that I grew up with, it that may I know it's not the best, but it just has a special place in my heart because it's like the one I grew up with. Ultimate Spider-Man is the one I mostly grew up with. It was also kind of Spectacular Spider-Man, which is a phenomenal show. I really mad that it got canceled. I'm not too sure. I think it got canceled because Disney like was making a deal with them and they made Ultimate Spider-Man. but I'm not too sure. The Japanese one is crazy. Yes, the Japanese Spider-Man is it's definitely something. I mean, there's it's like a scene that's used in memes now, where like to stop bad guys, he uses like a gun and just shoots at everyone. Doesn't kill anyone though. I mean, it is still Spider-Man. He doesn't kill, but yeah, and also like the crazy like Power Rangers mech that he has. It's that's also pretty cool. It's like a unique Spider-Man. But yeah, what other Marvel stuff is there? What could I talk about? Oh, the Deadpool movies. The Deadpool movies. This is definitely a hot take. Well, I just think not as like story wise or anything, but personally to me, I just like I enjoy Deadpool 2 more than I do the first one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know that might be controversial. The first one's great. The story is great. The second one's story is not as great as the original, but I just enjoy it a lot more with Deadpool 3 gonna be lit. Oh, you already know it. With Hugh Jackman coming back. That's great. I've seen the first three X-Men movies. X-Men 1, X-Men 2, and then The Last Stand, something like that. The yeah, that was like one of the first Marvel movies, The Last Stand that I saw. I was like, yeah, that probably wasn't that good because I actually like Marvel a lot. Like I'm a Marvel defender. Like sure, I think that there's some projects that are definitely not as great as the others. But like if people like talk trash about Eternals or something, like I'm gonna try to like defend it. Like what I said earlier with the visual effects and fight scenes and all that. What other Marvel content is there I could talk about? Hmm. Well, I talked for 21 minutes actually. Not that much, but I've been like non-stop talking. Anyways, what could I talk about? The Marvels, of course, the Marvels that recently came out. The Marvels. Now, people like don't like it. I guess I must say, I sadly did not see it in theaters. I saw it like when it came out on Disney Plus, like in February. I think I saw it, and I wish I saw it in theaters. It was like just like a fun time, not like a compelling story or anything. My mask is crazy. Not like a compelling story or anything, but it was just so fun. I had such a fun time with it. My only negative, really, that I had with the movie is just the whole sequence in like a water planet. There's like a sequence like in the water planet, and that's just like the only thing I didn't really like about it. It was kind of corny, but yeah, I thought it was great. And the post credit scenes, the ending and the post credit scene. Well, the ending got me hyped because it finally teases something that I've been waiting to happen for a while, and now it's like they're finally starting to set it up. I just hope that their project is not one of the canceled projects because they confirmed they secretly canceled some of the MCU projects. Uh, what I hope for is I hope it's not Armor Wars. I really would like Armor Wars with Rhodey to be a thing. And please, please, that in Secret Invasion, Rhodey has not been a Skrull since Civil War. I do not want that Rhodey did not witness Tony's death and Thanos and all that. I do not want that to happen. Please, no, don't do that. Okay, but Vision Quest, I don't know if people even remember it, but it was confirmed a couple months ago that we get a White Vision spin-off show. But that might be something that got canceled. Ironheart, I'm not too sure. They already filmed it, but maybe it got canceled. I guess I would be okay with it. But with like it was like the rumors were like machines and techs versus like mystical stuff. And when I saw that, one word came into my mind. Mephisto. Yeah, Mephisto. He was something waited for since WandaVision. And he still hasn't come in the MCU yet. When will he come to the MCU? Anyways, so yeah, that might be some of the cancel stuff that happens. Well, this is the hot takes live, so let me try and find some more hot takes. Yeah, I don't think I could get this one out. I probably gotta stop after 30 minutes. Also, I don't know what time it is for you guys, but for me right now it's almost 8:30. It's 8:29, but basically 8:30. What else could I talk about? Echo. Echo is like probably the most recent thing that came out. Echo. Well, I gotta say, um, I guess the ending was kind of rushed, but I think they did a good job with Kingpin. Okay, like I'm really happy that all the Netflix stuff is canon. I think that only makes sense for Charlie Cox Daredevil and Vincent. I forgot his name. I forgot Kingpin's actor name. I'm sorry, but yeah, I think it's only happy to for them to come back. That it's actually the same characters they played in the Netflix show as well. But yeah, just there's just a slight problem that I still, for some reason, haven't seen any of the Netflix shows that are now on Disney Plus. I really should do that. And there's another show that I'm watching right now, but I need to finish it fast for the 20th because X-Men 97 is coming soon. And I do want to watch it, so I'm currently watching the original X-Men show. And if they decide to do a Spider-Man 93 with the Spider-Man show that came out in the 90s too, well, that's another 5 seasons I'm going to have to watch. But I wish Spectacular Spider-Man had 5 seasons. Season 2, and at the end of season 2, you could tell they had so many plans for season 3 in the future. But cancellation, it hits us pretty hard. But other hot takes, other hot takes, I can't really think of anything. I pretty much been talking about hot takes for 20 minutes, so I'm starting to run out of them. I haven't really talked about Echo actually. Echo, well, I think it's a step in the right direction for the violence and the goriness for the MCU. And gotta say, I was actually surprised that people weren't a fan of the show. But yeah, I actually thought it was pretty decent of a show. Like there were some cool sequences there. The finale, I guess, is one of the weakest ones. But with the names of the episodes, at first I had me confused. But then, like, as I understood why the names of the episodes were that, it's like maybe, oh, that's pretty cool. But uh, yeah, I guess it's not for everyone. The Echo Show. A lot of stuff is not for everyone anymore in the MCU. Like She Hulk, Miss Marvel, the Marvels, maybe Echo. It's becoming more diverse, I guess. But again, with all the new banners that they have, like Marvel Studios, Marvel Spotlight, Marvel Animation, so now you can like decide if you want to watch everything like me, or you just like will just want to watch like the main stuff, which is Marvel Studios, or you'd like to see some stuff of like street level, which is Marvel Spotlight. Speaking of street level, Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland, not Tobey Maguire. Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland. That's kind of gonna be a street level movie, but also kind of gonna be a multiverse movie. At least that's what the rumors are saying of Marvel and Sonic gonna have the middle ground. Sony just wants it to be a multiverse, like a giant movie, trying to beat No Way Home, which I feel is gonna be something really hard to do, to beat that movie. But they might just want some money because they don't have that much money anymore since they were making a bunch of investments in Madam Web and Morbius and the Venom movies. Actually, no, not the Venom movies. I like the Venom movies. All right, this might be a hot take, but I really like enjoyed the Venom movies. All right, Craven the Hunter, kind of excited for it. I'm interested of how they're gonna deal with Rhino. That's probably the most interested part I am with Rhino. Not so much Craven. And but Venom 3, I'm actually pretty excited for that. I feel like for other than the Venom movies, the Sony should just not do what they're doing. But I'm pretty excited for Venom 3. I've been like keeping myself updated with the news. But the rumored plot that came out a couple months ago, this is what I do not want. I do not want this to be the story for Venom 3. I don't know if you've heard it, but it's basically him like trying to find Peter Parker because you know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, at least from the MCU. So he tries to find Peter Parker because Venom's like, hey, this might be one of our greatest enemies. We gotta take care of this guy in our universe. So, and then they're gonna find him, but then they realize that he's a 10-year-old kid. So like, okay, we can't just like kill a 10-year-old kid here. And so they talk to each other and Eddie Brock becomes like his mentor. No, don't do that. Please, just don't stop. Just stop. No, do not do that. Please, don't do that. But yeah, one more hot take. I've been talking for 20 minutes. I'm gonna stop at White Hill, but just one more hot take. Let me see if I can think of anything for one last hot take. I guess I could talk about multiple. No, I'm gonna talk about Secret Invasion. I'm gonna talk about Secret Invasion. I gotta say, it's kind of the same thing as Echo. I thought Secret Invasion was a great show. There was definitely I had some problem with it, like killing Maria Hill and the way she died. Uh, it's, it made me think like, wow, Marvel did that. That sucks. But it also made me think like, wow, Marvel's not kidding around with this show. This show is gonna be crazy. And I actually thought the finale was decent. I didn't think it was terrible like everyone else says. I thought it was a decent finale. And I thought it was crazy with Gaia becoming the most powerful like hero in the MCU. Or maybe she's not the most powerful, like there's entities in the MCU now. But yeah, that's pretty much what I think of Secret Invasion. I thought it was cool. I think the stuff with the wife was kind of too much. Like with the wife in Secret Invasion, I feel like it was kind of mixed up, not really knowing what is going on. But I thought it was a decent show. I don't think it's the worst Disney Plus Marvel show. I'm not too sure, but that might just be me. I think I'm gonna stop in 3 minutes when it hits 35. I'm gonna stop. My mouth is getting so wow. I'm talking a lot. So no more hot takes. What else could I talk about Marvel? Well, people saying that Marvel is just dying and not the same anymore. I feel like this is what I feel. People might not agree with me, but I feel like ever since Endgame happened, people just don't like Marvel the same. But I don't think that's all Marvel's fault. Sure, there's some things that are not the best, but guess what? There's also things that was not the best. And the Infinity Saga, like the first two Thor movies, or maybe the first, yeah, just the first two Thor movies, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, kind of. Um, I'm missing something, I think. Okay, I can't really think of anything else. But yeah, I feel like people just hate Marvel just to hate Marvel. I'm not sure this movie was. I feel like ever since Endgame, people just expect every Marvel movie and every Marvel show just to be like that same level or close enough of the Endgame hype. But no, that it like movies like good movies like First Avenger, like it's here and the Endgame's like here. Like I don't know if I always said this, but I think that Endgame is definitely better than Infinity War. That might be a hot take. I'm pretty sure that's a hot take. People will like Infinity War, but no, I'm an Endgame fan. I prefer Endgame. Might be the best MCU movie. My favorite movie of all time. Not best, okay, maybe best, but my favorite movie of all time that I've seen is definitely Across the Spider Verse. Then I cannot believe it did not win the best animated movie at the Oscars. That is in case instead of the boy and the hero, he won something like that. That one instead. I haven't seen it. I'm sure it's. I actually have no idea. I've never heard anything about that movie, but yeah, I wish Spider Verse won so bad. Man, when I saw that clip of the Oscars of just Spider Man Across the Spider Verse not winning, I felt like pulling a Will Smith to whoever ever made that decision. It was following multiple people, but hey, I'm willing to slap everyone in that room who did that decision. But yeah, those are my Marvel hot takes. Maybe I'll do this again if this live does well. If those get a bunch of views later, because not a lot of people showed up while I was making this. But if people this decide to watch this well once I'm no longer live, maybe I'll do more hot takes. Maybe I'll do some Stranger Things hot takes. Maybe some Star Wars hot takes. But yeah, that was gonna be all for today. So you can subscribe if you want, but that's gonna be all I have for now. So bye bye.